We've all probably heard by now about tech tantrums or how screen time is bad for our children, but is it really as bad as they say, or is it blown out of proportion? In this video, I'll go over some strategies on limiting screen time, as well as explain how screen time might actually not be all bad. iPad kids is a term that's been given to this generation growing up with tablets and smartphones. These screen-obsessed youngsters are raising eyebrows and concerns everywhere. Hold on, because this isn't just some trendy meme. We're talking about research here. 7.5 hours a day, that's average screen time for a school-aged child. By age 4, half of them have their own TVs and 3/4 are toting mobile devices. That's enough screen time to turn even the bounciest kid into a glassy-eyed zombie. The most distressing finding was that most children have begun utilizing mobile devices for entertainment purposes prior to reaching the age of 1. Hey, I get it though. Screens are like shiny magical pacifiers for parents. Need peace during grocery shopping? Bam, YouTube. Tantrum in Target aisle? Hand over the iPad. But here's the thing. This convenience comes at a cost. Studies shows excessive screen time is like sugar for the brain. It gives instant gratification, but messes with attention span, sleep, and even physical health. We're talking about obesity, language delays, and the inability to deal with real-world emotions. This isn't a doom and gloom fest. We can change this. Let's talk strategies. 1. Screen-free week challenge. Yep, ditch the device for a whole week. Embrace board games, park trips, and rediscover the joy of family dinners without glowing rectangles blocking the view. You might also consider screen-free audio players like Tonybox, Yodel, or StoryPod. These offer a way to engage your child's imagination through audiobook or music. 2. Set boundaries. No unsupervised screens before 2 years old, age-appropriate limits after that, and parental controls like a boss. Remember, you're the gatekeeper of the digital world. No one else is watching after your child. 3. Lead by example. Put down your phone. This is probably my biggest one, and I need to work on this myself. Last thing we want is for our child to think that we care about the phone more than them. Show your kids what a balanced life looks like. Read a book, go for a walk, and prove that the world is pretty darn awesome too. 4. Teamwork makes dream work. Get your kids involved. Let them set timers, choose screen-free zones, and even suggest alternative activities. Empowerment is key here. 5. Remember, connection is king. Screens might bring temporary peace, but it's face-to-face interaction that builds lifelong bonds. So cuddle, play, talk, and make memories that don't involve filters and emojis. Okay. We do live in a digital age, so we can't expect our kids to completely not interact with screens. And on top of that, not all screen time is created equal. According to a study from Australasian Journal of Early Childhood, we need to understand the difference between active and passive screen time to really grasp technology's impact on kids. First off, there's active screen time. Think of this as screen time that gets the kids moving or thinking. We're talking about physically engaging activities like those you find in video games such as the Nintendo Wii, where they're physically moving when playing. Or even cognitively stimulating activities such as playing games that develop visual or spatial skills. Think games along the lines of Tetris, chess, or memory matching games. Surprisingly, this kind of screen time can be beneficial. It can boost fitness, enhance academic performance, improve attention regulation, and even sharpen problem solving and socialization skills. So not all screen time is a villain in our story. But then there's the dark side. Passive screen time. This is where kids are passively consuming media, such as zoning out in front of the TV or endlessly scrolling through YouTube or social media. It's this kind of screen time that's ringing alarm bells. Excessive passive screen time is often linked to some pretty serious issues. We're talking about childhood obesity, attention problems, and even delay in cognitive development and language skills. However, with that said, it's not black and white. Not all passive screen time is necessarily harmful. Educational programs and interactive apps can actually contribute positively to a child's learning experience. Warning signs to look out for include a persistent resistance. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Yeah, persistent resistance to engage in non-screen activities, difficulty transitioning from screen time to other tasks, and increasing preoccupation with digital content at the expense of real-world interactions. So just keep an eye out for these warning signs whenever your child is interacting with screens. This isn't about demonizing technology. It's about being smart and informed about how we let it into our children's lives. By understanding these distinctions, we can make more informed decisions about the role screen plays in our kids' daily routines. Raising iPad kids doesn't have to be our destiny. By understanding the science, setting boundaries, and prioritizing real-world connections, we can nurture a generation that's tech-savvy, but also emotionally intelligent, socially adept, and ready to rock the world, screen or no screen. If you're looking for screen-free alternatives, check out my Ultimate Showdown video comparing Tonybox, Yodel, and StoryPod. And until next time, keep parenting the awesome way.